Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 2. Today is going to be part 1 of a full Jurassic Difficulty challenge mode playthrough of Southwest USA. This is the one where you get the large carnivore cosmetics, and it's also the last challenge mode on the list anyway, that you can play before all of these extra ones came out, but all of these extra ones down here, at least for the time being, don't award any cosmetics or anything. As you can see, I have beaten it on hard mode, but not Jurassic. And also, just to clarify, you do not need to beat it on Jurassic to get the cosmetics. You can just beat it on hard mode, and you still get the cosmetic genes all unlocked. So let's see here. We have not as much starting cash, but we do get wild dinosaurs. Negative physical traits greatly reduce dinosaur lifespan. So basically, if a dinosaur has something like sickly or short-lived or any other sort of negative physical trait, their lifespan counter is like 8 units. I don't I don't know what unit of age it is, but whatever the lifespan number is, it's basically very, very small and they die almost immediately. So we will do what we can to research and counter this penalty while playing the game. Terrain editing is extreme, so it's going to cost a lot to do any sort of terrain editing. Staff salary extreme, so we will have to be very careful what scientists we hire. Max of 6 power sources. 6 is quite a lot, so I don't anticipate that being a problem. And no building upgrades. That's a new one, because I remember being able to upgrade my buildings before. So that'll be interesting. We won't be able to add things like storm shelter, I don't think. So that's a new one for Jurassic. But anyway, let's get into the challenge. Southwest USA, a hard and unforgiving place. This desert park will be difficult to achieve 5 stars and prove you have the skill to do it.
Deep in the heart of America, this maze-like canyon was once the setting for some rather questionable research. But with so little foliage and severely limited resources, not much can survive in a climate like this. Those that do, well, they're dangerous, but could be star attractions if you can convince the guests to come.
Alright, this is all the same. This is always the same little briefing here. Alright, so we're going to immediately pause and take a look at what we got. So remember, I beat this on hard already, so I do kind of have a plan, and I kind of have a park layout in mind that I want to pursue. But for right now, we already have the control center, the entrance, the response facility, which we're going to need to take direct control to go out and tranquilize the dinosaurs. You have to do wild dinosaur tranquilizing manually. You can't assign that as a task. And we have the backup generator. So let's take a look at our scientists next. Oh my goodness. Wow. For some reason I didn't remember having like 50 scientists. Why? Maybe it was like this and I just don't remember. How can we even fit this many scientists? We don't have a staff center. Alright, so this dude, $70,000 a minute, and his specialty is welfare, which we don't need just yet. So we're gonna get rid of them. Altruistic salary is good, but this guy still costs $40,000 a minute, which is kind of crazy. This one here, $100,000 a minute, or sorry, whatever the salary is. Yeah, cost per minute. There we go. So that one gotta go. Cheaper incubation is a good trait, but 71,000 a minute is a lot. In the early game, I would say logistics is the most important skill to have, but you also need like a minimum of like 3 to 4 genetics and welfare. But since we already have a lot of wild dinosaurs, I'm going to prioritize logistics. For right now, I just think we have to fire the ones that are the most expensive and just kind of go from there. This person's the only like affordable scientist on the entire roster. Cheaper research is good. See, this person has altruistic salary and they already have 4 logistic points. So we're gonna keep this guy. I kind of feel like we're going to keep these 2, because that way we'll have 4 genetics, we'll have 5 logistics, and 3 welfare between the 2 of them. Maybe keep this guy too, so keep these 3. This one's got good points. But $62,000. Well, if I'm gonna keep this one, then how about we keep this scientist and get rid of this one? Cheaper research is gonna stink to miss out on though. Ugh, these scientists, my god. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep these 3. So we're at about $125,000 a minute total for scientists. I apparently have a research center. Is that the control center? Apparently. I need the science center to actually. So one of the first things we want to do is research the power station so that we're not relying on the backup generator. So that's a building. We don't need the expedition center right away because we have wild dinosaurs everywhere. But we do want the science center. So as you can see, we have a very limited little starting zone. So I want to be as stingy as possible with the placement of these buildings. Let's see. Even if that means putting buildings in kind of odd places. Alright, let's put this here for now. Okay, what else do we want? We can't research anything until that's built. I'm pretty sure I can't even place a viewing gallery just yet because of the let's get a rough idea of where we want the first fence to be, or the first exhibit is going to be right here. I want to leave some room up here because part of my plan is to use the gyrospheres as both an exhibit tour and a method of transportation. So I want to leave room up here for that. Let's start here. I think the most important thing is how far this way do I want it to go. I would rather make it on the small side, so because we need enough room for all of our guest buildings. So let's go right about here and then just go straight up. Because if I remember correctly, we can actually fit like all of the wild dinosaurs together, because there's like, well, that's not true. I think one of them, the Gigant Spinosaurus, has to go in a separate enclosure because they're not compatible with the Chasmosaurus, I think. Alright, that is good. Okay, so let's look at what dinosaurs are out here. Chasmosaurus is the closest, so that's the one we're going to grab first. Because once we get dinosaurs in an enclosure, we can actually start having guests come in and start making money. So this whole time the game's been paused, I'm going to take control of this capture team, and we're gonna go tranquilize the Chasmosaurus. I'm trying to use that like auto lock feature, and it's like just, it's whatever. I'd rather just do it this way. Got him. Alright, did I miss any? I missed one. Missed two. Okay, is that all the Chasmosaurus? I think that's all the Chasmosaurus. Alright, we already have... Alright, so... if this is sabotaged, it's not a big deal because I can just reset it with the ranger team right next to it. Alright, game paused. So, save that money. Ranger team, add task, reopen. So all that did was cost us 1 fuel instead of losing $100,000. Alright, so we can do research now. And I think the first thing we want is to get the viewing gallery up. but I have to wait for the science center to be reset. So while that's happening, I'll unpause the game and get these Chasmosaurus moved.
Asset requiring collection.
Oh, that's right, I forgot there's the multi-select mode. You can go beep, boop, bop, boop, beep. See, it says Chasmosaurus times 5. Finalize selection, and now it's like you're delivering them out of a hatchery.
Asset collection request received.
Alright. Alright. Alright, so just for funsies, how long has it been? My recording thing says 15 minutes, so we've probably been actually on the level for 10-ish minutes, but we've only spent 2 minutes of actual live game time because of all the strategery we have been engaging in. Let's see. I think we want the viewing gallery first, because that way we get the guests coming in. So that's one. Then we want, do I have enough? Oh, I have enough research. Okay, so maybe it was a good call to keep 3 scientists at first, even though they're kind of expensive. So we get the viewing gallery, then we get the power station, and then maybe this next, but the other thing we really want to make sure we can do is the paleomedical facility, because the moment a dinosaur gets sick, we're going to need this like ASAP. But we need 5 welfare to do that, and we have 6 total among our staff, so we'll be good there. All right. So let's get our let's get the little ranger outpost set. And then, so let's name our rangers. Ranger Team 1. Oops. Ranger Team 1 is Muldoon. Ranger Team 2 is going to be Mr. Tembo. And can we change the appearance? No, it doesn't look like it. Or do I have to click on this? Can I make, oh, they're both changed to the Jurassic Park Jeeps, that's fine. You only get these 3. Yeah. We'll keep the Jurassic Park Jeeps and the blue helicopter for now. Anyway, we're gonna assign Muldoon to Ranger Outpost 1. Alright, so pause the game. Both of our research is just finished. So, viewing gallery right here. We want to ideally have as close to 100% visibility at all times. I'm going to flatten that out just in case it makes the terrain funky right here. There we go. And this looks pretty optimal, I would say. Let's see if we can line it up with this path right here. That'll do. Alright, it's not perfectly straight line, but oh well. Alright, power station. I'm hoping this is gonna fit here. Please. No. Well, maybe the emergency shelter or something will fit there. Oh, I saw it for a second. There we go. Well, this would power everything if I have one right here. So, yep. Okay. Alright, game is unpaused. We're going back into our research. And we're grabbing the paleomedical facility. We have to use all 3 of our scientists to get the 6 welfare points, but it's well worth it.
Has been completed.
Alright, and as soon as this is done, we can turn off the backup generator. Or actually, it shouldn't even use any fuel. That's what should happen. Alright, this isn't done yet. Guest attraction research. Oh, okay, I know what that is. Like the Chasmosaurus are missing ground leaf, so Muldoon did the status check on them, so let's put in some ground leaf for them. Yeah, so remember, the terrain editing is super expensive, so we want to be as careful as possible with this. Alright, so let's just stop right there. We have basically close to the water is ground leaf. And that's everything for right now. We'll keep an eye on it to see if it expands anymore. Yep, see, look at, right now we're losing a lot of money. 3 major guest issues. Well, let me finish this being done first. Oh my goodness, it still takes another 20 seconds. That's hilarious. Alright, we're bleeding money right now. And it's probably because... Alright, let's see. Let's grab before we run out of money. Let's see. We can put down small amenities, but they want the shelter and the restrooms, which I believe is relatively cheap to research. We just need 1. Alright, get started on that. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting that's super crucial? Nothing in there. Once we get financially stable, we might have to let one of our scientists go, because as of now, we need a staff center. I should probably do that too. Alright, let's unpause and see how it goes.
Asset transported.
Worst case scenario, we just take the Jeep and start taking pictures, or the helicopter and start taking pictures to get some more money. Okay, thankfully this isn't actually a good one. We don't have any damage because the park just started, so we're going to take the small amount of money benefit. Okay, so power station is done. I'm not sure why this is still using power, so I'm just going to turn this off. I actually like to have a backup generator for storms, so I'm going to keep it around for now. Alright, let's check. Alright, we're still in the red. Let's see if putting down the guest facilities that they want will fix that. So we'll put a restroom right here. And we will put a emergency shelter right here. All right. Next thing we're gonna need are the amenities. So I'm gonna leave this here for now, even though it's kind of like right in the middle of where stuff would potentially be built. I have a path going out here. Alright, so let's see, did putting those two down... Alright, they still don't. Those haven't actually populated yet. Okay. Okay, are we better now? No, not yet. Accommodation rating is 0. Right? Is it trying to tell me I need a hotel this early? Alright. So as far as I can see, we're still bleeding money, even though we've got Chasmosaurus up in here. So I think what we need to do is we need to get our next dinosaur in the enclosure so that we're generating more appeal. And another thing I can do too is check on if the amenities are worth putting down yet. So I don't see any dinosaurs here. Oh wait, no, this is where the compies are. There's one. We're not going to do those just yet because they're going to take too long to tranquilize because they're so tiny. Here's the Gigant Spinosaurus. Now, I want to say they're not compatible with Chasmosaurus, and we really only have the room and money for one enclosure right now. So I was kind of trying to find the Notosaurus, wherever they may be. They might be way out here though. I'm trying to find them while the game is paused instead of running because I'm worried that we're just going to continue to bleed money. So that is why I have it paused, because if you have the game live and you go in the helicopter, it'll actually have little dinosaur targets on your radar to go like, oh, this is where the dinosaurs you need to go tranquilize are. Right, so that, I know there's some sort of ankylosaur somewhere. I forget. Are these guys compatible with stegosaurs? Dislike stegosaurid. There it is right there. Alright, so let's see. Can I put down amenities? Oh, I have a hotel? I thought I had to research this. Okay, we have 129 projected guests. So I actually think we're okay to put amenities down. Okay, so yeah, these are already generating a profit. So for anyone, these things are really finicky. You basically don't even pay so much attention to where the line is on the red. You want to look at the profit number. So even though it's closer to being satisfied, we lose out on money because it costs more to have more modules. That's the whole point of researching all of the different module options, so you get more options to pick from so that you can best optimize your profits. out of these. That's my takeaway anyway. I could certainly be wrong, but I'm like relatively sure that that's accurate. So this one doesn't even have a good combo for us, but that's okay. So see, if I hover over all these and the profit number down here is red, so that means no matter which of these I pick, we're going to be losing money. Whereas if I just keep it empty, we have a $2,000-ish profit. And the gift shop, please fit over here. Alright, we'll have to do some remodeling / restructuring over here eventually. Here we go. We want the general and the green right now, because that's the only two kind of guests we have in the park, apparently, according to this. Okay, so these are generating profits. Let's check on this. So we're still losing money. Major guest issue. It's telling me that everything's pretty good except for the accommodation rating, and I should probably just move the restroom. So while we can still afford it, we're gonna put a hotel down right here. So we're down to $400,000 in the bank. And I'm gonna move the restroom because apparently it's too far away, so we're just gonna put it down right here. Alright, I'm hoping that between all this, that is going to rectify our plummeting
The more stable
profits.
our infrastructure, the more we can keep our attention where it belongs, monitoring the dinosaurs.
Okay. So we're going to keep an eye on that money down at the bottom right, but while we're doing that, we're going to go out looking for Nodosaurus. Okay, it still looks like it's going down, so we need to be mindful. Still going down, so that means we might have to fire one of our scientists, possibly. I'd rather not do that, but we might have to. Here's the Nodosaurus way out here. If we can get them back in time, we might be okay. Okay, they're a one-hit trank. Okay, that was scary. I didn't know they made that noise. He's a little too far. Okay, was that all of them? They're small enough to be able to fit under the brush there. I think I got all of them. Alright, so multi-select. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we have to like slowly go all the way back here and finalize selection. All right, I want to make sure that I didn't miss one of the Nodosaurs, so I'm going to come back here real quick. Okay, I don't think we missed any. While we're out here, I'm going to take some pictures on the way back so that we can get some free money. I'm also contemplating selling the Gigant Spinosaurus, possibly.
was hoping you delivered with the quality photos. This is more than I expected.
Alright, so how many more are there? I know there's more than just those three. This is like the best I've ever been at tranquilizing, by the way. I swear I'm normally not this accurate now that I've jinxed myself. Let's see. Oh, this... I saw this one on the ground and thought it was tranquilized, but he's just chilling. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. So if you look at the nodosaurs, they also dislike stegosaurs, and we don't have the space and the money to have 2 enclosures right now. Meanwhile, the ceratopsid, or specifically Chasmosaurus anyway, tolerates the Nodosaurus and vice versa. So unfortunately, I think the move is to sell the Gigant Spinosaurus. So that was 4 of them. Are there any more? So if you look at the top, that's where the wild dinosaur radar is. And the only wild dinosaurs left are the oh, there's two out here. Sorry, boyos. But Cabot Finch must be satisfied with the monies. Okay. Alright, and that's all the Gigant Spinosaurus. I'm almost positive. We'll double check later. We have the Nodosaurus are on their way. So let's take a quick look. So appeal is obviously doo-doo right now because we just had Chasmosaurus, but this is 100%. And the other thing that stinks is whenever the dinosaur welfare is low because the guests somehow know that I've tranquilized all these wild dinosaurs, and that decreases the dinosaur welfare score. Poorly configured. Well, coverage is 100%, but the configuration is poor. So let's see if we can readdress these. So see what happened? I put that hotel down, and now there's luxury guests. Alright, so that's the best I can do with that one right now. So we want the fountain, and anything else? Nope, that's all. And we want the fountain again. What about... Okay, that's the best I can do with these right now. And then we're going to take direct control, and we're going to take a picture of all of the dinosaurs and get some extra money. Alright. So we're okay. We're not bankrupt yet. Okay, so here's what's going on. You can see up here, our scientist wages is not helping us right now. dinosaur, let's see, if once the tranquilized dinosaurs are out of the picture, I'm curious if that's going to fix our problem. Because right now, aside from getting more dinosaurs, there's not much else we can actually be doing. They want a little more ground leaf because I added more dinosaurs. And then, what is Notosaurus like? No comfort data. See this one here? It's got a negative trait, so I think its lifespan is gonna be like, oh, it's still age 71, so. Where's Muldoon? I need you to do a status check on these boyos. Alright, are we breaking even yet? Oh, look at that. Okay, so that was what? So technically we've only had 12 minutes of game time, but it's been about a half hour of, well, 12 minutes of live time, but like about a half hour of actually being in the game. And we're just now breaking even, but also just barely because... So now we can take a moment to breathe, I think. Let's make sure that we address the Notosaurus needs before I get too complacent. Okay, so they must also like ground leaf, which is perfect, actually, so... Alright.
Asset has been collected.
Okay. So the next thing we want to do is we're going to look at our scientists and we're going to see if we can hire a cheaper / better scientist. So see this person here is 15,000 per minute. And they have 221. Let's see. Altruistic salary, 9,000 a minute. This one's looking, this guy could be really good for us. So 212 is what he's bringing to the table. Let's look at our current scientists. So this guy's also 212, but their cost is 24,000 a minute. So we're going to, unfortunately, get rid of this scientist. And we're going to hire this guy. We're going to, in the short term, we're going to lose some money because we have to recruit him, but it's the same stats. And he's going to cost significantly less in the long term. Alright, so can we...
Asset has been transported.
Can we afford the paleomedical facility? It's okay, we can afford it, but just barely. Alright, so we want to get this down, even though there's nothing sick just yet, because the moment an illness breaks out, we're going to regret not having this in play. So we're down to, just over 100,000, but we are turning a profit right now.
Asset transportation in progress.
And if you saw, it looks like there's an issue with the pathing. So the next thing... Okay, I need to increase the park rating to 1 star to be able to even research the wide path. So I think our next move is to go tranquilize the compies.
Asset in transit.
And we're also getting, if you look at the bottom right, our money is popping up because the Gigant Spinosaurus are starting to be sold. So we just got a nice little cushion of monies just now from all that. So then if you look to, here's our wild dinosaur radar. So we've gotten all the dinosaurs. All that's left are the compies out here. And because they're scavengers, we can actually put them in with the Chasmosaurus and the Notosaurus, and there won't be any issues. So I'm going to use the auto targeting because these guys are way too small. So use the scroll wheel to change, it looks like. Oh. Okay, there's a lot of these guys out here. Oops. There's one. I can barely see there's 3 more over here. At least 3 more. Oh my goodness. That's kind of funny. So yeah, these are a pain to tranquilize, in case you were wondering. Oh, there's one. Get him. Okay. There's another one. There's one. Looks like we got one more based on the radar. Look at the little, Uh-oh. Okay, wait. So, I haven't assigned so here's, if you assign the vet unit to the command post, it will automatically go check on the Notosaurus. So while it's driving over, I think we have one more compy to tranquilize over here, if I was reading the map correctly. There it is. Alright, so if we use the little map thing, I don't see any more of the little T-Rex orange outline, so I think that means we got them all. Alright, so pause the game again, multi-select, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 compies. All right, and finalize selection. Alright, so let's see what's our Notosaurus sick with. Good job. Don't back up into him. Bracken poisoning. Unmet needs. What do you mean? I thought you were at 100 for... Oh, I guess not. It's probably because more dinosaurs came in, more Notosaurus.
Transit has commenced.
Right.
Commencing asset transit.
So yeah, if the dinosaurs' needs aren't, like, basically in the perfect zone, they can get some of these illnesses like this, but... Alright, so we're doing good on the monies, and we got more dinosaurs coming in. Let's take a look at our other two scientists. Having 4 and 4 logistics is really, really good for us right now, though, so I don't want to carelessly toss them away. So yeah, this one's amazing, but look, over 1.6 million, so that's a no. See, we've got the cost per minute for this scientist is really good. All the other ones, this guy must be the one who replaced. He's got one of each. And he's got incubation cost. That's really, really good, because incubating... Synthesis is the step where you make the eggs. Incubation is the more costly one, so I think this will be a really smart pickup for us. And then I think for now we're just gonna have to keep these two because we need the points, and we're still in the green for profits. But we'll keep an eye on opportunities. That sounds mean, but like opportunities to get them out and get cheaper / better scientists. Okay, so we've got a good amount of money. One thing I really like to do here's I don't think we need the medium amenities yet. Yeah, our small amenities aren't even full. So the bracken poisoning went away. But we can research and advance some of these other problems. So let's start with getting tuberculosis out of the way. We have to assign 2 scientists no matter what because we don't have the 3. So let's have these 2 go. And then let's just get both of these done. Because it's only a matter of time before that illness causes issues. I need to research feeders. Oh, I didn't know that I had to research feeders. Let's see. Will the compies just won't have a meat dispenser for a couple minutes? I think they'll survive. Okay, there we go. That's already done. Can I afford it? Enclosures, carnivore dispenser. Alright, I can barely afford it. Alright. We're almost like at the point. Okay, so that's good. We got those 2 done. The next thing I probably need to do is build the staff center, which I can just barely afford. Are we gonna get our first contract? Yeah.
I'm sending you information on another objective.
Alright, so we're not doing dinosaur fights, at least not right now. This could give us something really stupid to research, like a gene modification that I'll never use, so we're gonna pick this one to increase the park rating.
The park rating is looking good, but it could be looking better.
Alright, Pedro. That's a reference to Pedro Pascal in Wonder Woman movie, right? That was a meme for a couple months. $30 seconds for the carnivore feeder. Our first compies are touching down. They need us.
Asset has been transported.
They need a status check. We'll get Muldoon on that.
Asset transported.
Let's check out our viewing gallery view. I'm glad they made it so you can actually see them from up top with a slightly elevated. On like the second floor of the viewing gallery, you can see a lot better. Alright, can I afford a carnivore feeder? Yes, I can. Put it right here. Alright, where is our compies? They're probably lonely because they need lots of friendos. But are they... Alright, there's definitely enough water, but they also want sand. You're telling me that this doesn't qualify as sand. They're okay. We'll just... Okay, yeah, apparently that's just dirt and it's not sand. Alright, there's plenty of water. What's their minimum population? What is that, like 7? I think it tells you somewhere.
Assets in the air.
I'm thinking if you have a hatchery with you can go to the genome and it says the minimum population, but we don't have a hatchery yet. Alright, but this is probably where I'm gonna stop episode 1. We're doing good overall. Our profit's actually pretty decent. Let me kind of give y'all an overview of what my plan for the park is. So, what we'll have to do is, so obviously this area is just big enough to get kind of like your first set of buildings down and one exhibit, and like that's it. The plan is to use the gyrospheres for like a tour ride, but also as like the transportation, because I believe those count as transportation now, and that was part of like a free update that's not tied to a specific DLC. And so we'll have the gyrospheres, and like each one of these kind of bigger sections like this will have kind of like a landing area, so to speak, with like a power station and like amenities and a hotel, and the gyrosphere station will like stop off there, and then we'll have to make it come all the way back around. But eventually we'll just have like all of these different little mini pockets of the park, and it'll just do like one big full loop. So theoretically that should give us 100% transportation while also giving us visibility for the dinosaurs. So that's the plan going forward, but I feel like we did a pretty good job starting off. Hopefully it makes sense why I sold the Gigant Spinosaurus. I suppose we could have just left them alone and then tranquilized them and put them into a different enclosure, but that would have taken quite a while to get all that done. And I feel like selling them and giving us that money cushion to get all of our essential research done was probably the move. Can I make this any better? Not really. I think that's all we can do with that for right now, so... Alright, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed part 1 of our Jurassic Difficulty playthrough of the Southwest USA map. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.